Guys, today's video is going to be so much fun because I've been seeing all over TikTok people make spaghetti squash. They just make it like regular spaghetti. So I want to try it two different ways. I want to try it with chicken and Parmesan, just the regular old spaghetti with ground beef. So before we get to that, I'm going to have to clean my kitchen. As you can see, it's messy right now. So I'm going to clean it real quick and I'm going to have you guys clean with me. Okay, my kitchen is now clean. I'm gonna get everything ready to go. Once the dishwasher is done, I'll have all the dishes that I need to cook everything. But I'm gonna get my spaghetti squash out and show you guys what they look like. So here's one spaghetti squash. I got two because I just have a feeling that I'm gonna like this. So I'm gonna make a couple of these, but I'm just gonna use one today because you cut it in half and then that's basically like your bowl and your spaghetti in here. So half of it will be regular spaghetti and then the other half will be fettuccine. This was like $1, so this is a pretty affordable meal. Here's everything that I'm gonna need: ground beef, spinach leaves, tomatoes, I said cucumbers. Then I got a little bit of spicy blend, Mexican blend for cheese, and then I got this tomato basil pasta sauce, and then I also got this roasted garlic Alfredo. I'm gonna be lazy with the Alfredo because I see some people making it from scratch and I don't know if I can do that. And then over here I have my chicken breast thawing, and the dishwasher is still going, so this will have plenty of time to thaw out. Timer. Is this minutes or hours? It's gotta be minutes, right? That's 1 hour. Okay. Set clock or no? Okay. Do I just press start? Are we good? Assuming so. Now moving on to the baking process, you have to set your oven at 350 and I'm gonna preheat it right now. I did not know how to start this thing. But up next you have to cut it in half, and let me just tell you that this is one of the hardest things to cut in half. I don't know what it's made out of. It's made out of some kind of like stone or something, but just enjoy me struggling right now. So I finally got it cut in half, and as you can see, it's obviously not an even cut. So I was really worried that these weren't going to cook evenly, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that smaller one, and then the big one should be fine. But what you do next is you get a spoon, a fork, or like a spatula or something so you can scoop out the spaghetti noodles, quotation marks, on the inside, and then that is what becomes your noodles. After I was done cutting it in half and scooping out the insides, I took some olive oil spray. I do have regular olive oil that I could have spread around, but I just chose the spray because it was easier. And I'm gonna add a couple of seasoning. I'm gonna do chopped chives. I really go crazy with the chopped chives. And then I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning. I really love Italian seasoning, it's so good. And then I'm gonna add some garlic salt. I didn't know that it was salt, I thought it was the powder, so I added a lot. And then up next I'm gonna add some crushed red chili flakes. I think they add just a little bit more flavor, a little bit of a little bit of heat behind it. This is the chicken breast, and what I do is take the Old Bay seasoning and put it on there, and then put it in the air fryer. This is the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life. I didn't know that Old Bay could go on chicken, but if you haven't tried it, please try it because it's so delicious. The oven is preheated, and I went ahead and separated these two just so I could take them out at separate times, but I'm gonna put them in side by side and just keep an eye on this one. It's at 350, burning my face. And here they go in. We are in, and it says to leave it in for an hour, so I'm gonna set a timer for an hour and then just keep an eye on this little baby one because I cut it too far. I did not cut it even. Hey, that was really hard. All right, dishwasher's done. Chicken's done cooking. So I'm gonna do the Parmesan. I keep saying Parmesan. I'm gonna do the Alfredo portion. So I'm gonna put this on like medium heat. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of garlic in here. And yes, I'm using the pre-minced, and no, I don't care. All right, so I'm gonna put spinach in here and a little bit of Alfredo sauce. So I think I'm gonna do the smaller one in Alfredo. Should I do the bigger one in Alfredo? We'll see. Guess I'm doing the bigger one. I just put about like a cup. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning to it. These chopped chives come out so slow. Okay, chopped chives, garlic powder. Hopefully that got on camera because that was kind of cool. A little bit of red chili flakes. Italian seasoning. Love Italian seasoning. Then I'm gonna put some pepper in there. Okay, that's good. And once that gets hot, I'm gonna add some cheese, and then eventually I will cut my chicken up and put it in here so it can all marinate together. Yum, right? So much flavor. This is not a professional cooking show, cooking channel, nothing like that. Check and make sure it's done, because that's how my mind works. Oh, beautiful, juicy chicken. Oh, wow. That is, that is, I'm gonna mix this up real quick. Look how yummy that looks. Okay, I'm gonna add my spinach real quick. I'm gonna just add that in there. Mix it up real good. It's gonna get like wilty and mushy. Basically, it's gonna look like canned spinach. Wow, this looks really good. Okay, and I'm gonna also cut up some cherry tomatoes. It's a very interesting method to cut things. Mix those in. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the heat because the um everything's all. What am I trying to say? The spinach is done. Okay, now I'm gonna add in the chicken and let that marinate in there. Also, a very interesting way to add chicken into things. Okay. Now we're just gonna stir all this together. Let that chicken flavor get in there. Can you see it like mixing together? And then I'm gonna add like a handful of cheese just to thicken it up. All right, so we got about 35 minutes until the the our the spaghetti squash is done. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start on the regular spaghetti side. Okay, same thing as last time. I'm gonna put this on a medium heat, like around 5 or 6. I'm gonna break this up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna let the pan warm up, and then once it gets searing, I'll come back. The meat is searing and it's cooking. I have to turn it up a little bit to 8, so it's going a lot faster now because nothing was happening before. But anyways, so now that it's like halfway cooked, I'm going to add my seasonings in. So pretty much all the same seasonings that I was using before. Chopped chives. Oops, that's what. Oops, dropped my lid. Chili flakes. Italian seasoning. Then garlic powder. Love garlic. And then a little bit of onion powder. Mix all that up. Okay, meat is now finished, so I'm going to turn off this burner. And then once it stops sizzling, I'm going to put a paper towel in here to just soak up excess oil. I mean, this is a pretty lean beef, so there's not that much oil, but I'll just put it in there just so I can like soak up all that excess stuff so the sauce won't be too runny. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of this sauce in there. I think I did about half this jar. Let's mix that up together. And I put just a little bit extra because you have to cover the spaghetti squash as well. Yes, I love this sauce. It's so thick. I really do not like running spaghetti. Okay, we've got 20 minutes left on the timer for the spaghetti squash. I just splashed that all over my shirt. Anyway, so I splashed that all over my shirt. Well, that just happens every single time. Let's pull these out of the oven. They are steaming and fresh, and I think they're good. They cook the same amount of time, so I think they're good. But what you're supposed to do next is take a fork or a spoon and then separate all the noodles. So once these cool off just a little bit, that's what I'm gonna do. Alrighty. This is cool. This is actually really easy to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. Wow, that's hot. Wow, it's hot. Break all that up. Mix all those sauces and olive oil in. There's the first one. This one's gonna have a lot of... So actually this one's gonna be the meat sauce. I hate that meat sauce, but I don't know what else to call it. Just the regular old spaghetti. This is kind of really satisfying to do. Breaking it up like this. Ow! Ow. Burns. Alright, that's a lot. Okay, yummy. That looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do like the TikTok pour of meat sauce in here, but I think I'm gonna move it to a plate just so I can eat it easier. Okay, wow, this is cool. Watch it taste really bad. I've never had spaghetti squash before, so this is completely new for me, but spaghetti is one of my favorite dishes of all time, so I'm like really excited to try it. So this is not gonna get wasted. My brother is gonna have some too, so that's why I used both halves this time so I can make him some too. Okay, excited, nervous. Here's the first bite. it's interesting. So it's good. It's good. It's interesting because you're expecting spaghetti, but it's not. But yeah, it's really good. I'm actually gonna eat this whole thing. So let me try let me try the other one. Hard thing about this one is that it's not as deep. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. And then, like I said earlier, I'm just gonna put it onto a plate. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. That one might be my favorite. I don't know if it's because of all the seasoning in there or what, but wow, that one is good. The chicken is delicious. And the noodles are not like all the way soft like regular noodles. They're kind of like a little crunchy, not like crunchy like a chip, but like crunchy like they're not like completely soft. But this is a really good substitute for noodles, of course, and I would recommend this. It's honestly kind of fun. I would honestly get like a huge chopping block knife for this because it was really hard to cut. I mean, that was really hard. But this is a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me while I'm cooking. Thank you for coming along. And we're past 815 subscribers, so I'm really grateful for that. And I just keep faith that it'll get to 1,000. So thank you for coming along on this journey with me. If you try this, please let me know in the comments below and what you think about it, or if you've already tried it, or if you like spaghetti squash, like if that's one of your regulars. Let me know how you cut it open because that was really hard. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.